Hi, welcome to the video. I'm gonna talk a little bit about listening to yourself. Something I've been doing a lot in the past week. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, I've run away from the city life to become a raw horse ranch girl, whatever, countryside, something. I've run away to spend a lot more time in nature and work for someone else for food and accommodation. And in the past week, considering I'm alone here, like as a volunteer, there's not a lot of people to keep me company, and also everyone's doing their own thing, so I kind of can't be bugging people all the time. I can still talk to people, but it's not nearly as much as I used to. Also, I deleted Instagram in the past few days, and it's been an interesting experience in the sense of suddenly I find myself being way less distracted. Also, I've been coming out into the forest almost every day, every other day, just because it feels right. I've forgotten how much I've missed nature. I've forgotten how much forests just help me clear my mind and find my true north again. And it's something I've been noticing a lot, specifically with the quiet around me. I've been noticing that I've been listening to myself a lot. Or more so, finally hearing that little voice. And I guess what I'm going to talk about is just a little bit of listening to yourself. Things I've done over the years that have helped me listen to myself and find my true north, and things I'm doing now that are helping me find myself, find my truth, find anything and everything that is right for me. And I guess one of the first things is honoring the small little things you want to do. And I have no idea how to explain this yet, because I'm a very energetically in tune person, and mostly because I've been practicing for the past 5-7 years of really listening to my intuition. But it's first things first, developing that gut instinct, that developing your intuition, that when something feels wrong, that you just don't feel good about it, to avoid it, to not do it. And there's a difference between fear and genuine unalignment. And in this case, it's when something feels right, and it's allowing yourself to not have judgment towards that feeling, not treat it as woo-woo stuff, and do your best to actually follow it. And another part to that is gonna be sitting still, because easy coming from someone who's been doing it for a while, who's been listening to herself for a while, and I don't kind of have another choice now. But how do you actually start? It's small things that everyone preaches, and there's a reason everyone preaches them, because it works, but it's stuff like meditation and journaling. Meditation because you actually get to sit still with your body and see where you're tense and why you're tense. Because sometimes being tense in different parts of your body, that signals for what's wrong. I remember trying on Headspace when I was 19 or 18, living with my mother still. I remember scanning my body and my throat was very tight. And it still can be sometimes very tight, because I'm still sometimes afraid of speaking up and saying what I want to say. And that kind of, when you hold that energy, and it kind of tightens certain areas in your body. So it's listening to your body. It's learning to hear, at least, to still your mind enough to step away from all the distractions and to actually kind of allow your body to tell you what's up. And that's where also another part where journaling comes in. My thoughts, I overthink massively, and sometimes there's a repeating pattern. It repeats, and it needs an outlet. So when you finally sit down and you write, suddenly you find yourself just a little bit more, that does make sense why I thought it, but it doesn't make sense to continue thinking it. So that's a little thing where, while yes, you should listen to yourself, but how do you learn? You start to try. You start to ask yourself questions of, is this what I really want? And then not letting yourself jump to conclusions of, yes, this is perfect, this is always what you wanted, but to actually listen to what's inside. Is it what you've always wanted? Is it the right thing for you right now? Or are you operating on old ideas of who you think you are? And third part is accepting that the truth isn't always going to be exactly what you want it to be. I think we're taught a very wrong idea about truth. I think our own truth. I think we're taught that our truth is meant to be easy for us. In reality, it can be everything but. It's normal, It's natural for us. It's not necessarily easy. And I think that's what we tend to get wrong a lot, is that we think it's meant to be easy, but it's actually meant to be everything but. So in those moments when you confront the unpleasant truth about yourself, whether that be through self-reflection, self-discovery, other people giving you feedback, when you confront that unpleasant truth, allow yourself to sit there, to sit with it, to not try to run from it, to understand that it's a part of you. It's not the whole of who you are as a person. You're not this, like, in essence, for example, I am a very arrogant person. I'm also very insecure. But I also know those are not the entirety of who I am. I'm also very kind, compassionate, super curious, courageous, loving, affectionate. A lot of things. Same way I'm arrogant, can be very selfish, more than like a healthy amount. But I know those things. I'm working on them, I'm accepting them, but I'm aware of them. And more importantly, they are not the entirety of me. So when that truth comes up, when someone calls you out on something or you end up calling yourself out, accept that it's not fully who you are. It's just a part of you. And whether or not you like it or not, it's still worthy of love and stuff. So to recap, first things first, try to listen. At first, try to have that desire to listen. Second, take some time to find ways and outlets for your body to speak, for your soul to speak. Whether that be writing, singing, music, meditation, anything. It can be anything actually. It doesn't have to be just writing or meditation. It's something I choose to do and a lot of other people. But for you it might be something different. But you have to find it and learn to use it to listen to your own body and to your own soul. And finally, the third one, honor the truth that you hear. It may not be pleasant, it's gonna be very unpleasant at times, and it's gonna be very uncomfortable. But it's the truth. And you can pretend it's not, you can try and run from it. But at some point you're gonna get tired. At some point you're gonna realize that there's no point. You're gonna realize you can either stay in the same place for the rest of your life, or you can actually look at what's there. And you can choose to be inspired by it, rather than terrified.